Hello and good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the presence of contaminants in coal and the effect of these contaminants. And as we know, the main composition of coal consisted of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and also some heavy metal. As we know that when coal burns, leach and wash, sulfur will be released in the form of sulfide and hydrogen sulfide. And when the chemicals react with oxygen, it may form acid rain and affect the water environment, and it can cause acidify in the soil. And during the burning process, carbon dioxide will be produced as a form of byproduct. And as we all know, the carbon dioxide can cause climate change, such as the drought, sea level rise, flooding, extreme weather, and also the species loss. And it also have a long-term and short-term effect. And for long-term effect, it can change in the bone calcium and change in the body metabolism. And for the short term, it can cause a drowsiness, dizziness, confusion, headache, dim sight, tinnitus, short of breath, and so on. And so, for the presence of heavy metal in coals such as mercury, lead, arsenic, and cadmium will damage the functioning organs such as brain, kidney, lungs, liver, and blood. And so, mercury is known as a toxic chemical that damages the nervous system, immune system, and reproductive system. It also have the long-term and short-term effect. And for short-term effect, it can cause a vomiting, nausea, skin rashes, diarrhea, lung damage, and high blood pressure. And next, for the long-term effect, it can cause tremors, insomnia, memory loss, neuromuscular effect, headache, and cognitive and motor dysfunction. And for lead exposure, as we all know that the lead exposure can have serious consequences for the health of people, as it will attack the central nervous system. And the following are the side effects of exposed to high dosage of lead. And for acute, it will be headache, loss of appetite, abdominal pain, sleeplessness, and the following here. And for the chronic effect, it have the birth defects, mental retardations, autism, paralysis, dyslexia, hyperactivity, muscular weakness, and these two as well. Okay. And for arsenic is known as a carcinogen chemical. It can cause cancer in the skin, lung, bladders, and kidney. When exposed to high dosage of arsenic, it can destroy the blood vessel, gastrointestinal tissues, and also affect our heart and brain. And the following is the acute effect of the arsenic, as it destroys the blood vessel, gastrointestinal tissue, and all this, as I mentioned. And this one will be the chronic effect of the arsenic, as it will have a manifestations on the effect on skin. Okay, this one. And so, for short-term effect, it can cause a nausea and vomiting, cause abnormal heartbeat rate, reduce the production of white blood cell and a red blood cell, and also it has a pricking sensation in your leg and hand. And so for long-term effect, this following will be the effect, such as the pulmonary disease, neurological problem, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, and peripheral vascular disease. Last but not least is the cadmium. Cadmium is another carcinogen that can be found in the coal and is highly toxic. And when exposed to this metal, it can cause cancer in cardiovascular and gastrointestinal, neurological, and so on. For short-term exposure, it can cause severe damage to the lungs, and also it can cause respiratory irritations and also the vomiting and diarrhea. And for long-term effect,
It can cause the osteoporosis, kidney disease, renal dysfunction, hypercalciuria, and also the disturbance in the calcium metabolism. So, the contaminations of coal is highly toxic and harmful to the environment. But in order to harvest the energy, there is no choice that until we humans are able to find another alternative way to harvest another more green and safe energy. Thank you.